Starfield has gone gold, and launch day creeps closer with each passing hour. My name is Codiak, this is Legacy Gaming, and today we're breaking down some huge new reveals just a couple weeks ahead of release. Before we dive in, Legacy Gaming is giving away 3 copies of Starfield ahead of launch. You've only got a couple days left to enter, so head to our website, legacygaming.gg/news, find the giveaway article, and follow the instructions for your chance to win. In case you missed the news, Starfield has gone gold, which means it's ready to play and ship. In fact, a number of major creators from various media outlets have already confirmed they're playing the game. This is great news, as previous rumors were swirling that review copies wouldn't be sent out until a day before early access launch. This to me is a good sign. It means Bethesda isn't afraid to put their game out into the wild. Usually, the longer a team waits to deploy review codes, the more they're trying to hide. But I've said this throughout many of our Starfield videos, there's a level of transparency with this release that we don't often see from AAA developers. Think back to some of the long-form Starfield directs, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. A willingness to put the game out there, not just cinematics, but gameplay, and let it stand on its own 2 legs. Starfield is also available for preload on the Xbox, which means the data mining has begun, and I want to share some really cool indicators of what's to come once the game does release. A fair warning, we'll be talking about some achievements from here on out, but only things that relate to gameplay systems, so now's your chance to bail if you don't want any sort of gameplay spoilers. For the rest of you, strap in, and let's take to the stars. As expected, the list of achievements is pretty long, which makes sense given the supposed scale of the game. By all accounts, Starfield is massive, and the list of achievements reflects that, without being unwieldy. At current count, there are 50 achievements, and there's a nice blend of both story-related and progression-related goals to accomplish. There's a lot that piqued my interest on this list, so let's break it down. First are the level-related achievements. It looks like we'll be rewarded at levels 5, 10, 25, 50, all the way up to level 100, which I imagine is the cap within the game. Up until this point, a level cap was unconfirmed, and while this isn't a definitive indicator that leveling stops at 100, it's a pretty clear sign. Let's talk about factions. We discuss a few of them at length in our recent Starfield Ultimate Preview video, which I recommend you check out. But now, we have a much better line of sight into the factions that you can join within the game. Back to the Grind is rewarded for joining Ryusian Industries, a faction located on the planet Neon. Deputized is awarded when you join the Freestar Rangers, a faction I imagine is mostly found within Aquila City. One Small Step is awarded when you join Constellation, which is part of the main story narrative. Rook Meets King is awarded when you join the Crimson Fleet, a group of rough-and-tumble mercenaries opposite the United Colonies, and Supra et Ultra is awarded when you join the UC Vanguard. In our last video breaking down a recent developer Q&A, we learned that each faction could be started regardless of other decisions you made in the game, so it makes sense that both the Crimson Fleet and UC Vanguard are on this list. However, the developers made it clear that joining a faction and staying with the faction are different, and at some point along the way, you'd have to make important decisions regarding your loyalty. I am curious to learn if there are more joinable groups in the game, specifically those tied to the Starfield religions. The team has really made a point of expanding on the 3 major religions in the game, so it'll be interesting to see if there are true factions tied to them, or just quest lines and interactions that take our character across the universe. Another achievement that really piqued my interest was Shipping Magnet, which is awarded when you connect 5 outposts with cargo links. This is something completely new, and as far as I know, has never been discussed in any official capacity. What we do know is that outposts are going to be a place for players to assign companions, gather resources, and it seems, run cargo. What that means and how it impacts the gameplay, I'm not entirely sure, but it sounds like a surefire way to make sure credits are rolling into your bank. Based on how outposts are established, I would imagine that links allow you to gain access in some capacity to your other outposts even when you're not on that specific planet. It could be a huge quality of life feature, but at this point, just speculating. Moving down the list, there are a lot of interesting planet-related achievements, something that speaks to the players that are jonesing for some exploration and discovery. Stellar Cartography is awarded for visiting 20 star systems, Boots on the Ground is awarded for landing on 100 planets, and the Stars My Destination is awarded for visiting all star systems. I don't think these will come as a shock to anyone. We've known there are over 1,000 planets in the game for a while now, but it's cool to see an achievement tied to that level of exploration. There's a lot tied to that pioneering spirit too, including Dark Matter, which is awarded when you eliminate 300 human enemies, as well as another bug hunt awarded when you eliminate the same number of alien enemies. There were a few achievements towards the bottom of the list that really caught my eye, and while they'll probably come as no surprise to longtime fans of Bethesda games, I think they're worth pointing out. Thirst for Knowledge is awarded after reading 20 skill magazines, a feature common in most Bethesda games. You probably remember skill books from Elder Scrolls and skill magazines from Fallout, so it looks like that trend will continue, and given how skills work in Starfield, this is a great way to augment the progression system. Finally, I thought War of Angels was really interesting. This is awarded for collecting 20 quantum essence, which could be the mysterious alien element tied to the main story, or something else entirely, possibly a rare crafting material used to create the best weapons and armor in the game. Definitely excited to learn more about this. The excitement is building, there's no doubt about that. Starfield is currently the #2 most followed upcoming game on the Steam charts, but I suspect that will continue to rise, probably cracking the #1 spot in the upcoming days. You better believe our team will be covering Starfield on day one, so if you want more videos in your feed, do me a solid, hit that thumbs up, and consider subscribing. We've got a lot of exciting content planned, so keep it right here and never miss a thing. You can also join us on Discord if you want to talk about great games, enter for your chance to win free prizes, and connect with the team. That link, as always, is below. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.